The morning light spills through the window, soft and golden. You wake slowly, feeling the warmth touch your face. There's a calm stillness in the air, broken only by the hum of life outside. You stretch your arms, your back, your legs, and there it is. That familiar tightness, whispering in your lower back, tugging behind your knees. You sit quietly for a moment, breathing in, breathing out. You think about how movement used to come so easily. How bending, reaching, walking, it all felt effortless. Now, every motion feels like a conversation with your body. A gentle reminder that strength is not gone, only waiting. You place your feet on the floor and stand slowly. Your joints speak softly, creaking like old wood. But beneath that sound is something else, a quiet determination. A desire to move freely again, without hesitation. To feel light, steady, and confident in every step. That's where it begins, not with force but with awareness. With one simple motion, one deep breath, one bend toward the toes. The journey back to ease starts here. Not to prove anything, but to remember what your body can still do. And what it's always known. How to move, how to heal, how to begin again. The day begins quietly, the world still stretching awake. You stand by the window, watching the early sun paint soft gold across the room. Your coffee steams gently, a small comfort in your hand. But as you shift your weight, you feel that familiar tug again. A tight pull behind your thighs, a dull ache in your lower back. It's not sharp, not alarming, just stubborn, constant, uninvited. You sigh, rolling your shoulders, as if that could chase the stiffness away. You remember when mornings felt lighter, when your body moved without question. Back then, bending down to tie your shoes wasn't a negotiation. Reaching for something on a low shelf didn't require thought or caution. Now each small movement carries its own pause, its own breath. It's not weakness, you tell yourself. It's just time reminding you that things change. Your body has carried you through years of work, laughter, and long walks. Through moments of strength, moments of stillness, and everything in between. You take another sip of coffee and glance at the clock. There's no rush today, and that's a gift. You decide to take it slow, to listen, to see what your body has to say. You place the cup down, feeling the coolness of the counter beneath your palm. You stand straight, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Your spine feels tight, but your breath softens it. Your knees feel heavy, but your breath gives them patience. It's strange how something as simple as breathing can shift everything. You begin to move gently, just to sway side to side. Your feet find balance, your muscles remember the rhythm. There's a whisper of warmth starting to build along your legs. You can almost hear your body sigh in relief. The morning stiffness isn't an enemy, it's a message. It's your body asking for attention, for care, for movement. You realize how long you've ignored its quiet requests. Days of sitting too long, of rushing without stretching, of forgetting to pause. But today feels different. Today you want to listen. You bend slightly at the knees, testing the motion. It's small, but it feels like progress. Your hamstrings resist at first, then slowly yield. The pull turns into a release, the stiffness into a stretch. For a moment you feel lighter, just a little freer. You straighten up again, smiling softly at the simplicity of it all. How something so small could remind you of something so profound. Movement isn't about youth, it's about connection. The dialogue between your mind and your muscles never truly ends. Even now, in this quiet morning, you can still learn the language of your body. You can still reclaim that easy rhythm, one gentle motion at a time. You realize it's not too late to feel strong again. Not too late to bend, to stretch, to breathe with purpose. The stiffness fades just a little more, replaced by warmth and calm. And as the sunlight spills brighter across the floor, you whisper to yourself, I'm still here, and I can still move. You sit down slowly, feeling the chair support your weight. Your hands rest on your thighs as you take a steady breath. You begin to wonder why this tightness always finds you in the same place. Why the back of your legs feels like a string pulled too tight. Why your lower back holds tension like it's guarding something. The truth is simple, but often forgotten. Everything in the body is connected. Your hamstrings run quietly behind your thighs, strong and stubborn. They help you walk, stand, climb, even lift yourself from a chair. But when they grow tight, they pull on your hips and lower back. They whisper discomfort into every motion you make. You might think it's your back that aches, but often it starts lower. It starts in those long muscles that carry the weight of every step. The body is a network of conversations, and your hamstrings speak loudly. They speak through stiffness, through the tug that limits your reach. And the lower back listens, responding with its own ache. You shift slightly, feeling how your spine and legs work together. When one resists, the other compensates. When one loosens, the other breathes. It's a partnership that has carried you through a lifetime of motion. You close your eyes and think of all the years your legs have walked. All the times they've bent, climbed, danced, or knelt. They've been your foundation, silent and reliable. But like anything that serves without rest, they need attention too. You reach down to touch the back of your thigh. It feels strong but tight, the muscle firm beneath your skin. You realize it's not weakness you feel, it's a call for balance. A request for care, for awareness, for motion done with intention. You remember how you used to stretch after long days, almost without thought. Now it feels like a ritual, something sacred, something mindful. You breathe in deeply, letting air fill your lungs and expand your chest. You exhale slowly, feeling the tension melt little by little. In your mind, you trace the path from your toes to your lower back. You imagine energy flowing smoothly, no longer blocked or bound. You can feel the connection now, the way everything aligns. The hamstrings release, and your back sighs in quiet relief. You think of your body as a story written in movement. Every step, every stretch, every bend adds a new line to the page. And here you are, writing again, rewriting what strength means. It's not about how far you can reach, or how long you can hold. It's about harmony, how each part supports the other with patience. You smile as you realize that aging doesn't mean losing connection. It means deepening it, listening closer, moving wiser. The body, after all, is not something to conquer. It's something to understand, to care for, to trust. You stand again, feeling your legs support you with quiet strength. Your back feels softer, your breath more open. You whisper softly, almost like a promise. I'll keep listening, I'll keep moving, I'll keep learning what my body needs. You stand in the quiet room, sunlight warming the floor beneath your feet. Your body feels awake now, more present, more aware of its own rhythm. You've spent years learning how to push through pain, how to endure. But today isn't about endurance, it's about listening. You take a slow breath in, letting the air fill your chest completely. Your feet are shoulder-width apart, steady and grounded. Your knees soften, no tension, no rush, just ease. You let your shoulders drop, and your spine lengthen gently. This is where it begins, the knee-to-toe bend. Not a workout, not a challenge, but a quiet conversation. You start to bend slowly forward, letting gravity do most of the work. Your arms hang naturally, your fingers reaching toward your knees. You don't force anything, you simply allow. The movement feels both strange and familiar, like meeting an old friend again. Your hamstrings speak up first, tight but willing. Your back follows, releasing years of quiet resistance. You pause halfway, breathing deeply, feeling each muscle stretch awake. The warmth begins to spread, not from effort but from awareness. You go a little deeper, exhaling as your fingers move closer to your shins. Your knees stay slightly bent, soft and kind to your joints. There's no pain, only a gentle pull that feels honest and alive. You notice your breath guiding the rhythm. Inhale to rise, exhale to bend. Your mind quiets as your body takes the lead. It's a dance, small and slow but deeply human. You realize how often movement becomes mechanical, something we rush through. But this is mindful motion, and it feels like peace. You rise slowly, vertebra by vertebra, feeling strength return with each inch. At the top, you roll your shoulders back and lift your chin. Your spine feels taller, your legs steadier, your breath freer. You repeat it again, this time with even more ease. You notice how your body remembers, how it trusts the motion. It's as if every stretch tells your muscles, you're safe here. And with each repetition, your range expands, your comfort deepens. You start to see the beauty in simplicity. How bending forward isn't just about reaching your toes. It's about returning to your body with patience, with care. You smile softly, realizing the lesson hidden in this small act. That strength isn't measured by how far you go, but how gently you move. That progress isn't loud. Sometimes it whispers. You continue the flow, bending and rising, breathing and feeling. Your back no longer complains. It begins to sing quietly. Your hamstrings lengthen like strings, finding their perfect tune. You feel light, yet grounded, present, yet calm. Each bend becomes a moment of gratitude, a reminder of possibility. You realize this movement isn't just physical, it's emotional too. It's a way of saying thank you to the body that's carried you this far. A way of showing it love through motion, through breath, through kindness. As you finish, you stay still for a moment, hands resting by your sides. The silence feels different now, softer, clearer, alive. And within that stillness, one thought remains bright and simple. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep moving. You take another deep breath, feeling calm fill your chest like light. The room is quiet, but inside, something feels alive and moving. You stand tall again, feet firm, knees soft, heart steady. It's time to learn how to do this right, not fast, not hard, just right. You remind yourself that your body isn't in a race anymore. It's in a partnership, a slow and patient rhythm that deserves respect. You start by grounding yourself, feeling the floor beneath your soles. Your toes spread slightly, steadying your balance. Your knees remain loose, never locked, never rigid. Your shoulders relax, falling away from your ears. You breathe in long and deep, letting air expand your lungs. Then you breathe out, slow and smooth, letting your body soften. Now you begin the bend, gently, gracefully, with awareness. Your hands slide down your thighs, your spine unfolding like a slow wave. You stop halfway, where comfort meets stretch, and hold there. Your breath becomes the rhythm, guiding every motion. Inhale to lift a little, exhale to bend a bit deeper. You listen to your body, not to your thoughts. It knows exactly how far you can go. If your toes feel far away, that's fine. If your fingertips touch only your knees, that's fine too. The goal isn't reaching, it's feeling, connecting, learning. You hold the stretch for a few seconds, then slowly rise again. You move carefully, vertebra by vertebra, from the base to the top. Your neck is the last to lift, your gaze meeting the horizon. You pause at the top, breathing deeply again, letting everything reset. That's one round, simple, gentle, powerful. You repeat it again, finding your rhythm, your flow. This time it feels easier, smoother, more natural. The stiffness begins to fade, replaced by warmth and ease. Your breath feels stronger now, deeper, calmer. You realize you're not just moving your body, you're teaching it trust. You're showing it that it can still bend without breaking, that it can still be strong without struggle. You start to notice small details, the stretch along your calves, the soft release behind your thighs, the way your lower back sighs with relief as you move. These are small victories, invisible maybe, but deeply real. You rest your hands on your knees and smile. There's no rush, no number to count, no record to break. Only the steady rhythm of breath and motion, meeting in harmony. You feel your body responding like a friend who's been waiting to talk. Each breath a conversation, each bend a word of gratitude. This is how healing happens, not through force but through kindness. Through listening, through patience, through simple, honest effort. You stand tall again, feeling taller than before, lighter too. Your mind feels quiet, your body open, your spirit steady. You whisper softly, as if promising yourself something true. I'll keep moving like this, slow, gentle, and full of breath. Days pass, and your morning stretch becomes more than a habit. It becomes a quiet ritual, something you look forward to before the world awakens. Each bend feels smoother now, each breath steadier, each moment deeper. What started as a simple movement begins to ripple through your life. You notice how your body stands taller without effort, how your shoulders open instead of curling forward, how your steps feel lighter, more certain, more connected to the ground. It's not just flexibility returning, it's confidence. You begin to move differently, more aware, more graceful. When you reach for a book, your spine lengthens naturally. When you climb stairs, your knees feel stronger, your balance more secure. Even sitting down feels easier, as if your body finally understands the rhythm again. The stiffness that once greeted you each morning has softened into quiet ease. And with that physical change comes something else, clarity. You start noticing your breath outside of the stretch during the day. You catch yourself standing straighter, breathing slower, smiling more. Your body feels like it's giving something back, something you almost forgot. Freedom, comfort, presence. The knee-to-toe bend becomes a reminder of what patience can build. You realize that movement is not just about the muscles, it's about memory. Every time you stretch, you teach your body how to trust again. You remind it that stillness can coexist with strength, that slow progress is still progress, and often the most lasting kind. Your mind feels clearer too, lighter somehow. You no longer rush through the day like a storm chasing the clock. Instead, you move like the morning sun, steady, sure, full of warmth. There's something powerful in the way the body learns to open. It mirrors the heart, the mind, the way you see the world around you. You begin to feel gratitude for small things, a steady breath, a pain-free morning, the ability to bend, to walk, to feel alive in your skin. And it's then you understand, the stretch is not just physical. It's a return to yourself, to balance, to quiet confidence. You think of all the times you ignored your body's whispers. Now you listen, and it rewards you with ease and strength. Even your sleep feels deeper, your rest more complete. Every cell seems to hum in harmony. Every movement feels intentional. You're not chasing youth, you're honoring experience. You're learning that movement is not about age, it's about energy. About the will to stay curious, to keep exploring what the body can do. Each morning when you bend and breathe, it feels like a small prayer. A thank you to the years behind you, and to the ones still waiting ahead. You touch your knees, your shins, maybe even your toes, and smile. It's not about reaching further, it's about feeling alive in the reach. The stretch ends, but the peace lingers. And you stand there strong and soft all at once, whispering to yourself. This is what freedom feels like. One morning as you finish your stretch, you remember Evelyn. She's 68, with silver hair that catches the sun like silk. You met her once at a community wellness class, months ago. She stood by the window, hands on her knees, trying to reach her toes. Her smile was shy, but her eyes held quiet determination. Back then, she could barely bend halfway. Her body trembled, her breath came uneven. But she never rushed, never forced a single motion. Every morning she stood by that same window, the same light pouring in. She called it her moment of grace. 1 month later, she sent a message with a picture, her fingertips brushing her ankles for the first time in years. She wrote, "I feel taller, lighter, free." It wasn't about how far she bent, but how deeply she believed. Her story stays with you, like a soft echo of truth. Progress is quiet, patient, and deeply personal. Each small step becomes a victory that no one else can measure. You think of her now as you stretch, feeling her courage mirrored in your own. Your body moves differently, but your journey is the same. It's about reclaiming trust, strength, and ease, one breath at a time. You realize how many people share this hidden journey. Older bodies, younger spirits, all learning to move with care. Every motion a declaration, "I'm still here, I can still move." You begin to see movement as a form of gratitude, not just for health, but for every moment the body still carries you forward. You bend again, slower this time, feeling every inch of motion. Your hamstrings stretch, your back lengthens, your breath deepens. It feels like a quiet song your body finally remembers. You rise with grace, your heart steady, your smile unguarded. Maybe Evelyn is stretching by her window right now. Maybe someone else is trying it for the first time, whispering through the effort. You imagine them bending gently, discovering their own rhythm. The thought fills you with warmth, like shared strength across distance. You know now that this practice is more than just movement. It's a bridge between moments, between bodies, between generations. You close your eyes and listen to the silence around you. It's not empty, it's alive, humming with the energy of every stretch, every breath. You realize that the body remembers kindness. It stores every gentle motion like sunlight kept inside. And when you move with love, it shines back at you in quiet ways. A lighter step, a steadier heart, a deeper calm. You open your eyes, feeling that calm settle deep inside. You are not trying to be young again. You are learning how to be fully present in this season of life. Every stretch, every breath, every bend is a reminder that you still belong to motion. That age is not an end, it's an evolution. You bend one last time, slow and sure, and rise with a full breath. You whisper softly into the still air, like a promise meant for both you and Evelyn. We're still moving, we're still alive, and that is enough. The room is quiet now, filled only with the rhythm of your breath. You stand tall, hands resting softly by your sides. Your body feels lighter, your mind calmer, your spirit steady. What began as a simple stretch has become something sacred. A meeting point between patience and strength, between breath and motion. You've learned that healing doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from moving gently, from listening deeply. Each bend, each inhale, each quiet pause has brought you closer to yourself. You've discovered that your body still knows how to adapt, how to renew. That age is not a limit, but a different kind of freedom. The freedom to move with intention, with gratitude, with grace. Outside, the world hums softly, alive and endless. Inside, you carry your own small rhythm, steady, calm, alive. You take one last deep breath, feeling the air move through every part of you. You smile, not because it's over, but because you've begun again. This stretch, this breath, this moment, it all belongs to you. And as you stand there still and strong, you whisper one last truth. Every day I move, I live a little more.